Okay, we are back. Now, these two up here, they teach you moves, because they are move tutors. This guy will teach you Mega Punch, which is basically a worse version of Strength. And this guy will teach you Mega Kick, which is a powerful, yet somewhat inaccurate normal type move. They both will only teach it one time, however. I do recommend Mega Kick if you want a good, Hail Mary sort of situation there, but Mega Punch is worse than the HM for Strength, which we are required to get eventually anyway, so I don't really see much point to Mega Punch. I mean, it's not strictly worse than Strength, but it might as well be. There's a TM for Roar, not particularly useful, it just causes the enemy Pokemon to flee or switch out in a trainer battle. And we can't actually get up there. I think there's one new Pokemon. And here it is, Sandshrew, a pure ground type that is a little on the slower side, but it's alright, I guess. I don't think it's better than some of the other ground types out there, but if you want to use one, I guess, it's decently powerful. Also worth noting that it's only in Leaf Green. If you are playing Fire Red, you will find Ekans instead, which is a pure poison type that is mediocre. It has decent attack and that's about it. Other than that, I would never recommend an Arbok or an Ekans. I really can only hardly recommend Sandshrew anyway, so I don't think either of them are particularly great. But Sandshrew's a lot cuter than Ekans, so I think Leaf Green got the win on this one. And that's the only new Pokemon on this route, thankfully. Despite appearing 1 in 4 chances, that was rather inaccurate. What am I saying? It took me quite a while to get. Now let's see. Does this house here have something, I think? I do have at least one, yes. So he can tell you what the badges do, but I don't think it's particularly necessary, so I won't be dillying with that. Now surely there's something back here. Yes, a rare candy, free level up. Very cool. And I'm gonna go rest up at the Pokemon Center quick. I did everybody a favor and bought some repels while I was at it. Anyway, this here is the bike shop, which you might be thinking, hey, I would sure love to get me a bike to move faster. But it's a million Poké, so you can never afford it. How unfortunate. So instead, we will move up this way here, and I highly recommend you save here because this is actually a pretty tough fight coming up. Because as soon as we get on this little bridge area, our old friend Blue here wants to challenge us to a fight. And this can actually be a bit of a tough rival battle. I don't think my team will be too poor off, but I mean, we have good levels, but his levels aren't too shabby either. Thankfully, Mazin can Rock Throw, which should take out Pidgeotto relatively easily. Although if we have our accuracy lowered too much, it could be a problem, but -1 is not too bad, and we hit it anyway. Thank you, Mazin. And he's gonna send out Squirtle. Neither of my team members are great against water types, but we'll hit it with a Magnitude and hope for the best. Withdrawal, that's a defense boost. The only special move I have right now is Ember anyway, so that's not too great for us. Oh boy, it's buffing up. Yeah, if this thing sets up too hard, we will actually have a very difficult time taking it out. Although Magnitude 8, that could do some damage. Alright, one more Magnitude. Water Gun, do not kill us, please. It killed us. Well, that's that quad weakness in effect, I guess. Well, Villagia, you have to take out the rest of this team. Hit him with the Metal Claw. That should take it out, even with its +2 defense. What? Water resists steel? I need to review my type chart, clearly. Alright, well, scratch it instead, I guess. That's embarrassing. I didn't think water resisted steel, but I guess it does. Abra, this thing's a joke. It can't actually do anything, so I'll fish for Metal Claw attack buffs. Not that I've seen one yet, but I could get lucky. Come on, get the attack buff. Nope. Yeah, that Abra can only teleport, so it's kind of a freebie. And his last Pokemon is a Rattata, so we'll just Ember that thing to death. Yeah, my team being kind of high-leveled is kind of the saving grace here, although admittedly, we kind of struggle with water types right now, which is not very good since we're in Cerulean City. If you know, you know, but... oh well, I'm sure we'll find a way to get over it. Maybe. You went to Bill and he showed you a rare Pokemon. Sounds like a good idea, I guess. Anyway, that fight took a lot out of us, and... oh, hello. You're back? What? Fame checker. I couldn't care less. You asked me what that did off the top of my head. I don't think I could tell you. Enables you to recall what you've heard and seen about famous people. What is this person like? I'll be honest. I don't think I will ever use this, and I don't think very many people remember it even exists. Because I certainly don't. Golly. What a niche little feature. Anyway, as I was saying, I am going to heal up really quick, because my team got decimated. Well, that was not so bad for rival fights. However, we have quite a few battles up ahead that we cannot skip up here on Route 24. So I think, well, now might be a good time for me to just speed this up, hopefully. I mean, I could speed it up or cut it out. We'll see. Depends on how interesting it is. Okay, that's all 5 of those guys taken care of. And what's our prize? A nugget. I guess that's why they call it Nugget Bridge. Oh, but I guess this was actually just a Team Rocket operation the whole time. Well, looks like we have to fight a Team Rocket grunt at the end of it after all. Yeah, 6 battles in a row, man. That is quite a demanding task for the player this early on, but... well, my team is very clearly up to the task. Now, let's just do a quick little magnitude. Even if... okay, I may have been given Ekans some smack talk earlier, but I will acknowledge that Intimidate is a very good ability. However, it's not enough to save it, because if Ekans gets hit by any sort of ground move, it's just dead, because that thing is paper-thin defenses. And a Zubat is also no match for Mazin, because, well... rocks. Although I could go for the self-destruct if I really wanted to, but yeah, that seems highly unnecessary. Well, Nugget Bridge was conquered, and there was pretty much little to no difficulty in doing so. Hooray. Oh well, at least we got some decent money out of all of that. Think of it. Yeah, I don't think so, dude. Anyway, there's a lot of trainers up here, and ooh, an item. Attract. I will never use that. And I think there's one new Pokemon we can find here. Switch back in Volvagia so we can level up potentially. Good try, kid. Good try. Anyway, there's like 1 or 2 new Pokemon in this grass patch, so... Ooh, there's one of them. That is a Bellsprout. Bellsprout stays grass the whole time. It never gains any old subtyping, and it's alright. I think it's a fine enough Pokemon. Its moveset is not the greatest thing out there, but for an in-game run, you're not going to be suffering really to use one. I believe it's also only available in Leaf Green. In Fire Red, I believe you encounter Oddish, which is Grass Poison instead, and I believe that one becomes a Vileplume. You can't get Blossom in this game because, again, they made the decision to keep it Gen 1 only for some reason, but that's fine. I'm not a huge Vileplume fan, but it's definitely not terrible. I think both of them, if you need a Grass type, are definitely worth at the very least considering. And while a Grass type would definitely benefit my team, I'm also not using one, so yeah, that might bite me later. And the other new Pokemon here is Abra. Now, in order to catch an Abra, you have to get lucky on a turn 1 Pokeball because it will always use Teleport and always run away. Yeah, that's very fun. Anyway, to talk about Abra, it has insanely high special attack, but that's about it. I mean, its speed's pretty good too, but it is rather frail physically. Its move diversity isn't that great either. It's pretty much just going to be using Psychic-type attacks the whole time, which is fine. It does that very well. And even though in this generation it could utilize the Elemental Punches, it has no way to get them unless, well, you trade or breed or something that you can't really do on your average playthrough. So I would still recommend an Abra, but with the caveat that you do have to trade to evolve it. So there's other Psychic types out there that don't have that little asterisk. But if you can trade, it is a very powerful Psychic attacker that I still need to catch. Another interesting thing to note about Abra is that you can use its teleport ability outside of battle to return to the last place you healed at, which can be decently useful. Now, there's a whole route up here full of trainers that I am going to edit out because, well, to put it simply, that's a lot of trainers that we don't really need to see. Ooh, Pechaberry, that cures poison. Neat! Now, one thing of note here is, you see that item up there? Now, you're supposed to use Cut to get it, but they added in just a nice little bonus, because if you encounter this trainer down here, well, he'll actually walk down enough so you can walk past him. Which allows us to access the M43 secret power earlier than we otherwise would. Now, if you mess up and, like, fight him here about, it's not the end of the world. Secret power's been alright, TM, but definitely nothing to lose sleep over if you lose it. Another Oranberry, cool. Can I avoid you? I can. And a Bluckberry, I have no clue what that does. Are you avoidable? I don't think you are. No, you are not. Very sad. Well, those two are all taken care of at least. Are you guys trainers too? Please no. Oh, this is just a famous date spot. You know, Bill's house is here. I don't know what makes Bill's house so romantic, but good for Bill, I guess, becoming a tourist destination. Teleporter. Can I go in? No. Clefairy, have you seen Bill? Oh. Bill in a fursuit. Nah. Don't be so cold. Oh my. He is sweet-talking Leaf. I should just leave him here. I'm joking, as tempting as that is. And he just resets like it never happened. Good for you, Bill. Good for you. Way to shrug that off. Well, teleport him, I guess? Looks to me more like he sent himself through a trade, but I'm not going to question how that works. So do I get anything for all that? Yes, we do. We get the SS ticket, which is required to progress through the game, so you have to come up here and do this. Anyway, I will meet you back in Cerulean City. Well, nothing left for us to do but take on the gym, I guess, which, you know, that's actually gonna be quite difficult because, it's Misty's gym, the tomboyish mermaid, and if you know mermaids, you know they like water. Huh. Yeah, leader Misty, and it looks like Blues beat us here as well. She is a pro of water types. Yes, use a grass or an electric type, and they will be no match for you. Unfortunately for me, I have a quad weakness to water on one Pokemon and a regular weakness on another, so that is not very good. Anyway, you can actually skip both of the trainers to just fight Misty right away. I will, however, be doing them off-screen real quick. This is probably important to watch, but Mazin is evolving now. Huh. I was not expecting that. I actually stopped my recording. I was expecting it that little. Well, that's why we always record, I guess. Huh. Well, that should make him quite a bit stronger. Okay, well, now that all that is taken care of, all that remains is, well, fighting Misty. Let's see how this goes. I'm not super optimistic on my chances, but, you know, we'll give it the old college try. Now, I actually raised that Caterpie all the way into a Butterfree, so I could get a Stun Spore off on this Staryu. This should allow me to reliably set up with Volvagia, and hopefully that'll be enough to ensure my survival. I don't think a Confusion is going to do very much from a level 15 Butterfree. Oh, well, if it critically hits, it might. Jeez Louise. Well, go for another one then. Be my guest. Yeah, that's what I figured. I don't think this is a very viable long-term strategy, so we will switch into Volvagia. Now, the plan for Volvagia here is to set up a whole bunch of smoke screens. As many as I possibly can. There's one. That's fine. You're paralyzed, so you should only be about half efficiency. There's two. That's fine. I'm not too worried about that. There's three. Okay, that's not great, but hopefully we don't take Confusion. Oh boy. Okay, that's four. Still hardening. This paralysis is really not coming in that much handy, is it? I think I will use a potion. Just a regular potion. It's fairly inaccurate, so this should hopefully... Okay, paralyzed, that's even better. Whoop. Not what we wanted. Dang it. You're not supposed to do that, Volvagia. You're even less supposed to do that. Thank you. I believe that's -5 accuracy now? That's a good start. And this should put it to -6. Okay, now, next on the agenda, heal, for starters. So this thing is super inaccurate and still hit me anyway. Thank you, RNG, with the confusion, no less. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Mazin, your time to shine. Okay, I would be really upset if that actually connected. See how much a magnitude 6 does. Should do decent, I guess. Oh, goodness, a critical hit. You love to see that. Think we'll gamble on the Butterfree. If Butterfree can get the paralysis off, we will be sitting quite pretty. I'm not very confident on its chances of survival, though. All you have to do is survive this. Okay, you did. Nice. We might have a chance. I will sack Butterfree to heal up Volvagia. There we go. Now Butterfree is gonna get, unfortunately, KO'd by this, but there's really nothing we can do about that. So let's, well, it is paralyzed, so its speed is half. Mazin, if you outspeed this thing, we just win. I'm gonna go for it. Self-destruct. Oh yeah! Oh baby, we just won. You guys have no idea how many attempts that took me. That was like, I don't know, over an hour of fighting Misty. Yeah, I got fed up and raised the Butterfree, and as it turns out, that's all I needed to do to win. Because as it turns out, paralyzing them, kinda helpful. And we get TMO3 for our efforts, which is Water Pulse. Water Pulse being that move that can confuse things. It's very, well, I wouldn't say it's very good, but for this stage in the game, yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I'm not even joking, that seriously took me well over an hour. I think I may have had 15 resets on that. Like, as you saw, Volvagia got a couple level ups, and, you know, Mazin was not a Graveler before I started grinding up some extra levels. And you know what? It paid off. But really all that grinding meant nothing because, as it turns out, a level 15 Butterfree was enough to trivialize her. As boy, having that thing's speed is what saved the day. So shoutouts to Butterfree for coming in clutch there, but also shoutouts to Mazin for taking one for the team and blowing himself up to secure the victory. Now, I am quite tired from all of that, as I'm sure you could imagine. So I'm going to end things here. I don't know if this is a long episode, a short episode, or somewhere in between, but you know what? I'm fine with it no matter what. See you guys some other time.